Hey guys, welcome to another installment of Trini Point of View. So the show starts off with Barry being happy. You see him in, I'm not too sure if it's jitters, where he's kind of gauging Iris, well, this new Iris, and he's trying to get the courage to talk to her, to ask her out. Regular, I don't know, it's classic Barry Allen, you know, the guy who could talk a big game, but when it comes to action, he really isn't on point. And after that now, while he's in jitters, he sees a news bulletin and he realizes there's a new Flash out there. He runs to see what is going on, and circumstances and things happen, and then eventually he realizes that Kid Flash is actually Wally West. And within all of this now, he starts to have like these little headaches. And that is actually Barry losing his memory, because in season 2 when he saved his mother, we have to remember that because of him saving his mother, there was a 10-year-old who was never traumatized by the loss of his mother and who has to grow up as Barry Allen. And because at the end of season 2 he ran to the future, he kind of skipped the whole thing and he just came back to the future as the Flash, as in the DC animated Flashpoint movie, where he woke up in that movie as Barry Allen without powers. It's like he kind of hit a restart button, but in this Flash TV series, he didn't do that. He just ran back to the future, and when he ran back to the future, he actually took the reverse Flash with him, as the Obathon, and he kept him in like a cage, like with a speed dampener, so he was actually holding him as a prisoner. In my mind, when I saw that, I was like, but isn't that the same thing Zoom was doing in season 2? Like, he actually just, he had a Flash there in captivity, and he just kept him there. So, with that now, Barry eventually, he meets up with everybody, and he kind of explains what's happening with him, where he's losing his memory, because the version of him, which is the 10-year-old, let's call that time is now catching up to this older Barry. And it only makes sense that the 10-year-old, which is time, should have its own reality, because Barry running back to the future and keeping his powers doesn't make much sense, because now he shouldn't even have his powers, because after you save your mother, you don't have to work at Star Labs, you don't have to do everything that you were doing on the night when you became the Flash. So the 10-year-old now is kind of just overwriting our Barry. So what would have been season 3's Barry is now on top of season 2, and it's just like slowly wiping it away. Throughout the show, he realizes a mistake, because at one point Wally tries to go up against the new big bad as a rival, and he gets stabbed in his chest and he's almost about to die. And then little things just keep happening, and Barry realizes he's going to lose his powers slowly, and I wouldn't even say slowly, it's quickly happening. Every day it's happening a little more, and eventually he realizes that he needs to go back and get the reverse Flash to take him back to that night to kill his mother. And that is basically what Flashpoint is about. Barry understanding that he makes a mistake. So a lot of things happen, you know, with Joe, Iris, Wally, Cisco, and they all realize, but well, Barry kind of realized what happened. He explained to them the whole, you know, he drew the one line like they usually do and show you one reality, and because he changed the timeline, basically, that it goes to a different reality. And at the end of it, he goes to Reverse Flash. He basically begs him to take him back, and just as he's about to run off, he loses his final bit of power, and the Reverse Flash actually takes him back, kills his mother, and restores reality to what we know as it ended in season 2. Only for Barry to now realize that he is back to exactly where he left off, but the Reverse Flash says something about he know his reality is restored, but he's not too sure about his, and he would have to see the differences for himself. And he walks inside, he sees Joe, Wally, just as they left that night, and they're drinking a beer, and he asks for Iris, and then he realizes Iris isn't there. Wally explains to him that Iris doesn't speak to her dad, and in that moment Barry realizes how foolish he was and how big of a mistake it was to even mess with time. Because at the end of season 2, I'm pretty sure everybody, inclusive of myself, we were like, Barry, like, he just doesn't learn. So in this now, it's another stepping stone where he learns that yo, you need to stop messing with time. It's like, because of you, we had to go through like 5 months of all different type of DC and Marvel memes that we really didn't need. So at the end, just like the last couple of seconds, Barry sits down and he says, what have I done? And he understands that he basically made like the biggest mistake that he could have made, because now he tore Iris and Joe apart. And there really isn't any way to fix this anymore, because this is one of the things where he can't fix, because everything happened how it's supposed to happen that night. Reverse Flash killed his mother and everything was supposed to come back together, but as we know, it just takes probably somebody to just snap their finger differently and time changes. So I was real excited about this episode. There were a lot of things that was straight out of the DC animated movie, along with the Flash comics, that really, I don't know, it kind of had me smiling throughout and had me intrigued. And like, it was a regular episode. The length of it was like 42 minutes or 43 minutes, but it flew by a lot faster. You know, like the filler episodes that we usually get like around episode 5, 6. Like, this wasn't it. This was something where they took one episode, the name of this was Flashpoint, and they wanted to get you in tune with what Flashpoint really is about as quick as possible. Second episode, they're going to call it Paradox. So you get Flashpoint Paradox, just like we saw on the graphic novel. So in the next episode now, you're going to get all the glitches in Barry's new world, and how he has to accept that everything that is new to him now is his doing, and it's because of his selfishness at the end of season 2, because he basically had it all at the end of season 2, and he ran back and he did that piece of crap to save his mother. I understand, yeah, you want to save your mother, but come on, didn't you learn from saving her before that and the time before that? So I'm looking forward to episode 2, and I had a lot of fun with episode 1. And to me, this season, I'm not too sure about the rival, but this season looks like it's actually going to brain bang everybody with this Flashpoint Paradox. I hope the theme of Flashpoint Paradox lasts a while, and I hope it's not just a couple episodes. I wanted to play through, and I want, for the first half of the season, I want Barry to understand, and I want to learn that time is not to be messed with. That is what I want to take out of this season, at least, if not the first half. Like, understand that we can't play with time, not even for the slightest little change. We should not be playing with time. Alright guys, thanks for watching my review of Flash Season 3 Episode 1 Flashpoint. Really looking forward to the rest of the season. It has been too long since I've seen Flash, and you all will soon realize that between Superman and Flash, I'm really not too sure which one is my favorite, but I'm definitely going to be sticking to my reviews of the Flash. Hopefully I get them out on the same night and we could discuss everything that's been going on. So hit me a comment down below, hit that subscribe button. That is the only way you're going to get the updates, and I'll see you again next week. Thanks again.